When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, and Tom has taken over my office. What's going on, Anth?
What's going on, fellas?
Not too much.
It's a work from home day today, I guess, from Ryan's home.
Sure
Still in
is.
the office.
Sure is. Me and Tommy are going to see the GOAT today, Mr. Messi. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, head out of here. We're going to get this finished up here and jump on that subway. That noon kickoff. We love the noon kickoffs. This is our second one in 2 weeks, right?
Yep. Anth, before we talk soccer, we're not going to talk USA. Very sad. We're going to jump right into our main topic today because it's what everyone's asking us. Why are rates stuck? We have interest rates still at mid sixes, but the war is over. Rates were supposed to come down. What the heck is going on here?
You know, I think it's a lot of misconceptions out there, man. I mean, everybody's been waiting for 2 years for rates to come down into fives. You know, people were telling clients that as well, and they couldn't have been more wrong. We've been saying it on this show for 2 years. You know, we're not going to see low fives and fours again. You know, what would have to take for that to do or reduce to that level? I mean, the market's going to be in shambles if we go back down to fours because the government would have to step in, add money to mortgage-backed securities, inflation would rise, and that's part of the reason why the rates are staying where they're at is because of inflation. You know, it's up from, 2.9 to 4.2. You know, so yes, they're definitely concerned about inflation in the market. And by lowering the rates doesn't help inflation. It actually helps increase it. So ultimately keeping it status quo where it is, hoping that it's going to help inflation come back down. But if you guys remember, back in 2019, the rates were exactly where they are right now before COVID. So it's the average rate. So it's not like they're high. You know, a year and a half ago, we were quoting 7.5%. So they're pretty darn good rates. It's just the perception is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at the current market too, Tom, we got a new Fed chair, didn't do anything at the first meeting. The next meeting is until the end of July. Rates are not moving to the news of the war ending. So if you're sitting there on the fence, you're just going to wait till rates drop. The only thing that's happening is homes continue to go up in price. You're still seeing multiple offers on a lot of these homes, and you're just missing out on gaining equity waiting for these rates to drop.
Yeah, and I mean, we could show detailed sheets and marketing of that all day with how much money you're losing. And I've been trying to push that in some of my offices. Like, you're missing out on X amount by waiting 2 years just for a lower rate. And it couldn't bode more true to right now. Home prices are up even more than they were last year. And we will continue to see them rise, I believe, here as we're projecting going to be even more next year. So if the rates do plummet, yeah, good for everybody, seeing a lower rate. That home price is going to skyrocket. And we've seen that trend time over the last 6-7 years is just rates fall a little bit, the home values shoot up. There's no real savings. The only real savings and the only way to actually gain money or, get money is to buy now. The quicker you get in, the quicker you start building equity. That is the best way to start this whole process and to build wealth.
Yeah, I mean, we really were hoping for rates to drop a little bit more after the whole war settled down. But, Anth, the old adage seems to be taken true again. What is it? Rates go up like a rocket and down like a feather. So, they shot up very quickly, and they are they're stuck. They're not moving down towards where everyone hoped them to be. But people are still buying. So instead of worrying about the interest rate, let's adjust a little bit. Let's get into a different mortgage program. Let's get into a mortgage program that gives you a lower rate. Let's get temporary buy downs or full rate buy downs that give you a lower rate. Again, there's already products built into the mortgage world for us to help you get a lower interest rate if you need to. And then on the flip side, Anth, we have PHFA that's going to give you that lower than par interest rate on most cases if you're a first-time home buyer or resident of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, we have every residential program, available in the market, and we certainly provide those options to our clients. The unfortunate part is they're hearing so much information from so many different people. I mean, if you're not getting your information from your mortgage advisor, for one, you need a new mortgage loan officer, and for two, you should be getting it from the mortgage lender, not anybody else that's out there. Uncle Bob bought a house 25 years ago, and apparently he's an expert, but he only bought one house. There's so many things that we can do on the back end. No PMI option, seller buy down, buyer rate buy down, temporary buy. Yeah, there's so many things we can do to make that home, keyword, affordable. Okay, and that's where a lot of the information gets missed. I understand people want to sell houses, but we're looking out for the buyer and the affordability to be able to buy that home so they don't have issues 24, 60 months down the line, going into foreclosure because they love that house. That's great, but we got to make sure it's affordable. We have those options.
It's so true. Everyone wants to talk interest rate. Everyone wants to brag about their rate and explain that, but that is only a little piece to what your payment's going to be. There's many other features. And I mean, if you could get into one mortgage program instead of the other and get 1/4 or 0.5% less, plus lower mortgage insurance, there are items that we can do on the lending side to help you out with your payment. But you have to talk to us. We have to get into the nuts and bolts of what works for you. And we need a real estate agent that will work with all lending types. It doesn't help anything if we have something set up on a T financing and we get the call from the real estate agent that because of the financing, we can't get offers accepted. Sometimes it might take a little bit of a longer time to get some of these offers accepted. But if it's right for the financing, it might be right for the buyer, Tom.
100%. And what the best way to do that is to talk through that with every single buyer, because every single person is absolutely different and what they want is different. What they need is different. So it is so individualized, and that's what we do on a day-by-day basis is tailor to people's needs. So I think if your loan officer doesn't know footy, doesn't know soccer, then you should probably find a new loan officer as well, because these guys on the screen can help you with mortgages. They can help you talk through these World Cup games, and we have your back.
Couldn't have said it better. So give us a call. We're hoping rates drop, but we're not expecting to see anything at least to the end of July. But if you're an agent with a buyer out there that's on the fence, set them up. July 28th is the next meeting. So you have a 3-week touch point set in right there. I'll call you in 3 weeks. I'll let you know where they are. Let's get you going there. Don't wait any longer than 3 weeks. July 28th, next Fed meeting. Let's get everyone a home by then.
Let's do it.
See you guys.
Later, boys.
See you, fellas.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.